everyone. I am excited to be back here with you on this Sunday morning. I'm not sure where you're calling from, but right now in Los Angeles it's beautiful. We typically have a perfect 75 degree weather. And so I know in the last couple weeks we have been talking about stress preventions and management. And so today we will cover the rest of that. And I hope that you have enjoyed the series and you have put them into practice. So what we will do today is we are going to cover the rest of it on how we need to have the stress preventions and how rest and relaxations are important to have in your daily life. I have heard from clients of mine who tell me that I am too busy. I have too much to do to take a break. I don't have time to rest. So my question is, are you one who is also too busy to rest? Why do we need to rest? And how do you recharge your battery? We all probably have a cell phone. Some of us may have two actually. And how often do you charge your phone? You are not using it all day and night without plugging in, most likely, correct? So resting is recharging the battery for ourselves. Just like our phones, we can't continue using it without recharging the battery. At some point, it's going to die on you. So resting, both metaphorically and literally, is crucial for maintaining our overall well-being and productivity. Studies have shown that 60% of people experience significant stress regularly, and around 75% of adults report feeling physical symptoms of stress. And so here are some signs and symptoms to help you recognize the stress in your life. I know we addressed some of them already, but to reiterate is chronic fatigue, frequent illness, headaches or stomach aches, feeling irritable, feeling overwhelmed, mood swings, and some mental signs are lack of focus, decreased productivity, and negative thinking. So as you can see how this would be a hindrance to your overall productivity and successes, and also the quality of your relationships. And if that is not enough, here are 5 reasons why you need to have rest and relaxations in order to boost your overall well-being and productivity. Mental health. When we take regular breaks and downtime, it helps reduce stress levels, preventing burnout and mental fatigue. On top of that, when you are engaging in activities that you enjoy, that recharge your mind, like reading, meditations, or listening to music, it can also elevate your mood and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Rest improves your physical health. I know we spent a lot of time in the last talk about physical activities and how important it is in stress prevention. Chronic stress and fatigue can weaken your immune system, making your body more susceptible to illnesses. And when you have adequate rest and relaxation, it replenishes and boosts your energy levels, improving your physical performance and stamina. And that can be wonderful in personal relationship, your romantic relationship. And when we think of our emotional health, we often don't consider how recharging our battery can help. But taking the time to recharge can actually help you manage your emotions better. Have you noticed that you tend to be more irritable and short fuse when you're tired? Similar to how babies get fuzzy when they are tired. We are no different. As adults, we may manage a little bit better, but our body reacts the same way. And so regular self-care practices can help create emotional stability and reduce mood swings and irritability, which means better interactions with others, and that helps fostering healthier relationships. Because when you are not snappy, not irritable, short fuse, you have more patience to practice active listening, to have your communication more effectively, as we have also discussed previously. So resting improves all of that and also our cognitive function. Downtime allows our brain to process information and consolidate memories, enhancing cognitive functions like focus and concentration. And taking breaks can lead to better problem solving, believe it or not. Because when you are more focused, you're more attentive, you pay more attention, you can see more details, more observant. And then also on top of that, it can also help with creative thinking, because you're giving your brain a chance to rest and recharge in order for it to come up with fresh ideas. And lastly is productivity and performance. Regular rest can improve overall productivity and performance by preventing burnout and maintaining a high energy levels throughout the day. A well-rested mind is more capable of making sound decisions, as fatigue can impair our judgment and increase errors, which mean lower performance and productivity. There has been a study that showed the longer period of time that you spend on a job or a task, the lower it gets because of mental fatigue. And so this is why we've discussed about the Pomodoro technique, focus for 20 to 25 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes break, because that way it helps your mind to have a chance to mental shift, to recharge itself, and then come back in a way that you can think more clearly. So, do I have your buy-in yet? If not, really want you to think about all this, because rest and relaxations are a must in our lives. And here are 10 techniques that you can do to effectively rest and relax that can help recharge your battery. Baths and showers. Taking nice, long, warm baths and showers can soothe your muscles and relax your body. And I I know the whole spa treatments is a huge thing. It's all about self-care. So, whether if you can afford to go to the spa, that's wonderful and get pampered. If not, treat yourself to a spa day at home with a facials, massage, aromatherapy. Those are something that you can easily do at home as well. Reading. Spend time reading a book, magazine, or articles on topic that interests you. A good book can really help you escape as well. Meditation. Practice meditation for 10 to 20 minutes a day can really enhance that mindfulness skills and reduce stress. Journaling. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences in a journal to process information and to allow your emotions to be on a page instead of you bottle it up or thought that swirl up here, and write it out. You can read over them. That way you can empty your mind and gain clarity as well. Creative hobbies. Engage in creative activities like drawing, painting, knitting, playing a musical instrument can help you express yourself and also relaxes you as well. Listening to music, this is one of my favorites. Create a playlist of your favorite songs that either help you relax or uplifting songs to help break the mundane and also boost your mood as well. Gardening. I enjoy gardening personally. And spending time tending to plants and flowers, which can also be very soothing and a grounding activity. And if you are doing gardening or planting, I would suggest you to try out an experiment. I don't know if you have heard about how some people are talking about you talk to your plants. I want you to experience this. When you planting, talk to your plants. There's an experience where talking about how if you talk and you're being kind, you're using nice word, good word, and encouraging to one plant, it will thrive. And when you are being negative and saying awful things to a different plant, it doesn't thrive, and sometimes it wither and shrivel away. And so that experiment is very similar in terms of how we talk to ourselves and how we take care of ourselves. So by tending to our needs, start with our self-talk, being positive for ourselves, followed by our actions, guess what? We thrive. And so if you do gardening, I would highly suggest you to test out that theory, do an experiment, and you see how that impact on the plant, so you can imagine what self-care, what self-talk, positive self-talk can really do for yourself. And then social connections. Socialization is so important. Connect with friends and family members through phone calls, video chat, or in person. That can really help boost your mood and feel supported and not alone. Especially if you're feeling down and depressed, socialization can really help you be less isolated. Mindfulness activities. Engage in activities like yoga, tai chi. I know that's a lot more popular if you go to certain part of town, but it's a wonderful technique. Or mindful walking. That is something any of us can do. Mindful walking can center ourselves and reduce anxiety by being present. You're not thinking of the past, which make you feel depressed, or you're not thinking of the future where it creates anxiety, but you're staying here in the present. So these are all of the things that you can do on a daily basis. And what I highly encourage is for you to create 1 day of rest. You may have heard that God created, the world in 6 days, and the 7 days a day of rest. Depends on your faith. Regardless, the idea is that even God needs a day of rest. And so I think it's fair for me to say that we all need a day of rest. So make sure to create a day of rest for yourself. Just 1 day a week, allow yourself the freedom and give yourself the permission to do nothing but whatever it is that you enjoy doing, that it relaxes you, it rejuvenates your mind, your body, your soul, and make you feel better, help you to be in a good mood. So try to create that. And if you are one of the individuals who have a lot on your plate and productivity is really important, and you can't carve out a whole day just yet, then break it down to a chunk. Let's start with 3 hours and then build it up to 6 hours, half a day, and then make it a whole day. Because it's really important to give your body a chance to rest, to repair itself, and even your mind as well. And I would suggest, I highly encourage you to try out different techniques, all these activities, to find what works best for you. And then consistently practice those activities. And consistency is the key. Make sure that you are doing all of this, not all, but the one that you really, that works for you. And practice that on a regular basis, because when you are doing that, you are creating that muscle memory, and you are building that healthy habit. And we are all about building routines and habits, because we don't want to do the yo-yo thing. 1 day you do it, the next day you don't, because that doesn't help you to create that rhythm and routines for yourself. And try your best to practice and listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel and adjust your activities, your techniques, your frequency as needed. All that said, rest and relaxations are essential for preventing stress and maintaining overall health. And by incorporating these techniques into your daily routine, you can really improve your well-being and reduce the negative side effects of stress. And remember, taking care of yourself is the first step towards a healthier and happier life. So let's open up for any thoughts and questions. Uh-oh, what is it that you're feeling guilty of here, Kitty? Hello again, Eric. Nice to have you here with us. Why do you think people often neglect the importance of rest and relaxations in their daily lives? I think it's fair for me to assume that many people feel too busy and pressured by their responsibility to take the time for themselves. Because when you have deadlines, family, kids, things that it just pile up, the first thing that I've noticed with my clients is their own needs, their own self-care, because somehow we have the need to just give and do everything for everyone else before tending to ourselves. And so I think the pressure, it really makes a huge difference in that area right there. or they may not recognize the signs of stress and burnout until it's too late. And especially if someone is with high tolerance, they can keep going and going and going until their body just give out. And actually, I have how factual this is double check it, okay? But to my understanding is that with a camel, they will keep working. They will do it, they will take it all on and they'll do it. And once they are down for good. A horse, they will do it, but they will rest. So when they're down, they still can get back up. And so we don't want to be like a camel. You do until the point that you can't get back up because you have taken in so much. And actually, the third option is be a donkey. A donkey that will do what you ask of them, but they will not do more than what they can take. So the horse you can put pressure on the horse. The camel will do it all, but the donkey was like, nope, that's enough. So learn to be a donkey. Why do you think, I just went to that one. What type of activities do you find most effective for mental relaxation? Different activities work for different people. What I have found to be really helpful for almost all of my clients when it comes to mental relaxations is breathing and meditation. And long or short walk. Journaling is also another great effective way because you empty your thoughts and you also have a chance to write out your emotions. So kind of like emotions and thought dumping. And so with that, you put it out on the piece of paper, you can read over it again so that you can reflect on it, which can also help you with reflection and introspections, which is a wonderful thing. I think that we all need to have that. And then for me, my personal favorite is people watching. It's almost becoming a grounding technique for me, really, to help me to be present, to tune into my environment and get out of my own head for a second. And sometimes I also love put on music and just dance it out. And that not only for work for my mind, my emotions, because depend on the song, I can do the whole interpret dancing, emotional dancing thing, and also works for my body as well. How do you get over the guilt of relaxing? I think that's a great question. I think a lot of people do feel it. Some people say, nope, I have absolutely zero guilt when it comes to relaxation, but some people do. And when we talk about guilt happens when we believe that we have done something wrong. And I hope that through our series of stress prevention and management in the last couple weeks have helped you understand that relaxations and rest is essential for maintaining your mental and physical health, just like any other of the prevention techniques that we have talked about. So test out of the techniques that we have talking about, and particularly this one, since we're talking about rest and relaxations, and then see what it does for you. Most likely when you first doing this, you're gonna still feel the guilt, Put that aside, acknowledge that, recognize it, and pin that for a second. But I want you to pay attention to how do you feel mentally? How do you feel physically after you rest? And then reflect on the relaxations and how it has most likely that have the benefits of it improving your mood, help you with your energy level. And so keeping track of these benefits can help you reduce the guilt associated by taking the breaks. Knowing that you are not wasting your time, but you are replenishing your battery so you can keep going. How do you balance rest and relaxations with maintaining productivity in your personal and professional life? I think that is a great question. Thank you for asking that. That's essentially really encapsulate everything that we have talked about in the past couple weeks up until now. And to balance the rest and maintaining productivity, what we're really looking at in the big picture is creating healthy routines, exercising self-discipline in order to create the habit. So when you're creating this, what we're looking at, going back to from the very beginning, is the time management. Is how do you manage your time? Do you allocate your day properly with productivity, with your to-do list, as well as your downtime for rest and relaxation? And then you can prioritize your most important tasks to get that out of the way and focus on that, because when you are at your best earlier in the day, you have a better chance of tackle it and get that out. And also, when it comes to prioritizations, when you get the task that is most important out of the way first, it's not looming over your head, your day, knowing that is something you still have to tackle on at the end of the day, which is also something that will create and produce stress as well. So hoping to time management, prioritizations, and then as I mentioned that we have to schedule break in. And so as you can see how everything's kind of built up into this point as a whole picture here. So I'm so glad that you're asking that. So time management, prioritizations, put in the break. And then after that, what you also want to do is create boundaries for yourself. Establish a clear boundary between work and personal time. I know in the past that when a lot of us still driving into work, that sometimes the driving time can help create the disconnection that I'm leaving work and I'm going home. But now a lot of people also work from home, so you just have these transitions without any break. And so with that, what you can do is make it a time, let's say 5, 6, whatever your and work time ends. Create a break, go for a long walk, let's say half an hour walk. Or let's say you like cooking, then that's where you can say, I'm gonna prep a meal. So create something in between to distinguish between work time and relaxation and personal time. And also avoid working during designated relaxation time to maintain this healthy work-life satisfaction. So whatever that you create, hold firm of that boundary. And in terms of healthy lifestyle is incorporate regular physical activity, as we mentioned before, a balanced diet, sufficient sleep, which is the 3 that we talked about last time, in order to really maintain that high level of energy and reducing cortisol level, which is a stress hormone. and mindfulness practice. Mindfulness, what it is you being mindful of your present. Simply, that's what it is. And so when you're engaging in mindfulness exercise, you are staying focused in the here and now. Because if you notice, when we stay in the here and now, chances are most of the time we are fine, we are okay, we are good. It's when we start thinking about the past, we're thinking about the future, that we end up bringing all the emotions in that can be stressful. And so again, consistency is the key to all of this. So practice to maintain consistent daily routines that includes work, rest, leisure activities to create this balanced lifestyle. So all in all, this is where, like I said, self-discipline needs to come in to create that routines, habits, then naturally it will create this rhythm for your body, your mind, and just your whole being to follow. And perhaps that's something that I can go more into in the future of self-discipline. That being said, I'm going to take a break from this for a little bit, maybe for the summer. I'm still gonna try to post, but for the Sunday live, I'm going to take for a break. And so I appreciate each and every one of you have joined me, have been with me, whether from the beginning or somewhere along the journey. And I hope all the things that I have talked up until this point have been helpful. And so go back, practice, because I know that it's not going to be sticking after just hearing me talk. So this is an opportunity for you to go back and practice all the techniques that I have mentioned up until this point. So hopefully by the time that I come back after a short break, you have already garnered some awesome techniques under your belt. Again, thank you for being with me here today. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and remember to hit that like and subscribe for more, and spread the love with some knowledge by hitting that share button. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you back soon. Ciao!